I speak to you not as someone who conquered desire overnight, but as someone who sat with it, watched it, understood it, and slowly learned to loosen its grip. Lust is not the enemy people imagine it to be. It is not a monster hiding in the shadows. Lust is energy without direction, attention without awareness, hunger without wisdom. When you understand this, you stop fighting yourself and start transforming yourself. When I was young, I believed freedom meant indulging every impulse. I looked at women not as human beings, but as answers to an inner restlessness I could not name. Each glance promised relief. Each fantasy whispered escape. Yet the more I chased, the emptier I felt. Desire never satisfied me because it was never meant to. It was pointing to something deeper I refused to look at. Lust grows strongest when the mind is idle and the heart is unfulfilled. A mind without purpose seeks stimulation. A heart without peace seeks possession. This is why discipline is not repression. It is protection. When you give your mind meaningful work and your body healthy exertion, desire loses its urgency. It does not disappear, but it no longer controls you. I learned to pause before reacting, not to judge the thought, not to suppress it, but to observe it. The moment you watch desire instead of obeying it, you create distance. And in that distance, freedom is born. The mind says, I want. Awareness replies, I see. That single breath between impulse and action changes everything. Women are not objects of temptation. They are mirrors reflecting your inner state. If your gaze is restless, look inward. Ask yourself what you're avoiding. Loneliness, insecurity, lack of purpose. Lust often masks these quietly. When you treat women as human beings with stories, struggles, and dignity, desire softens into respect, and respect is peaceful. I once asked my teacher how to overcome lust. He smiled and said, stop trying to overcome it. Outgrow it. You outgrow desire by growing your life, by choosing silence over noise, effort over fantasy, meaning over momentary pleasure, by realizing that not every urge deserves a response. The body will always feel attraction. That is natural, but the mind decides where to dwell. Where attention goes, energy flows. If you feed images, comparisons, and fantasies, lust becomes fire. If you feed awareness, breath, and purpose, that fire becomes light. Sit with yourself daily. Move your body. Limit what you consume with your eyes. Speak honestly with yourself. And remember, mastery is not about never falling. It is about standing up sooner with less shame and more clarity. You are not weak for feeling desire. You become strong when you no longer let it decide who you are.